Hi, I'm Sabrina. I'm so glad you're here because today marks the beginning of your journey into the world of DIY car care. Whether you've never picked up a wrench before or you're just looking to save some money, you're in the right place. Today, we're heading into the garage to show you how to replace your own brake pads, saving money and building real DIY confidence. This is one of the most empowering skills you can learn as a car owner, and I promise, it's not as intimidating as it might seem. Why pay a mechanic when you can do this yourself? Mechanics are great, but sometimes their bills can be a real shock. By learning to do this on your own, you'll not only save a significant amount of money, but you'll also gain a sense of independence and accomplishment. It's easier than you think, and I'll guide you every step of the way. I'll be right here, breaking down each part of the process, so you never feel lost or overwhelmed. With the right tools and a little patience, you'll learn a skill that pays off for years. Imagine being able to handle basic repairs on your own schedule, without waiting for appointments or worrying about unexpected costs. This guide is for total beginners. You don't need any prior experience, just a willingness to learn and a bit of curiosity. I'll explain everything in plain language so you can follow along with confidence. I'll break down each step so you can follow along safely and easily. We'll cover what tools you need, how to use them, and the best practices to keep you and your car safe. We'll go slow, be thorough, and by the end, you'll have new brake pads and a huge boost in confidence. You'll see exactly what to do, and I'll share tips to make the process smoother and less stressful. Think of this as the perfect entry point into car maintenance. What you do on one side, you'll repeat on the other. Once you've done it once, you'll realize just how manageable it is, and you'll be ready to tackle even more projects in the future. We'll cover safety, tools, and pro tips to make the job smooth. I'll show you how to set up your workspace, what to watch out for, and how to avoid common mistakes that beginners make. So roll up your sleeves and let's get started. This is your chance to take control of your car's maintenance and feel proud of what you can accomplish with your own two hands. You're about to learn something incredibly useful. Not only will you save money, but you'll also gain the confidence to handle other car repairs down the road. Let's gather our supplies. Every successful project starts with good prep. I'll walk you through exactly what you need so you're never caught off guard. Ready? Let's do this together. Grab your tools, bring your enthusiasm, and let's dive into your first DIY brake pad replacement. You're about to discover just how capable you really are. Let's talk tools. For this job, you'll need a car jack, axle stands, and a lug wrench or breaker bar. Safety first. Never skip the stands. Grab a socket set for the caliper bolts and make sure you have the right new brake pads for your car. Pick up brake grease, brake cleaner, and a wire brush for cleaning. You'll also need a C-clamp or caliper piston tool, a flathead screwdriver, and needle nose pliers. Don't forget gloves and safety glasses. Keep a bucket or tray handy for small parts. Here's your checklist. Jack, stands, lug wrench, socket set, new pads, grease, cleaner, brush, C-clamp, screwdriver, pliers, gloves, glasses. Lay everything out before you start. Preparation makes the job stress-free. Think of it like prepping ingredients before cooking. Let's set up your workspace. Before you even think about lifting your car, it's crucial to start by finding a flat, solid surface to work on. This could be a concrete driveway, a garage floor, or a level section of asphalt. The stability of your workspace is the foundation of your safety, so take a moment to check that the ground is truly even and free of debris or loose gravel that could cause instability. Never attempt to work on grass, gravel, or a slope. These surfaces can shift or collapse unexpectedly, putting you and your vehicle at serious risk. Even a slight incline can cause a car to roll or slip off a jack or stand, so always prioritize a safe, stable location. Good lighting is essential for both safety and accuracy. Use a bright work light, a portable LED lamp, or a headlamp to make sure you can clearly see every part of the car you'll be working on. Shadows can hide hazards or make it difficult to spot important details, so don't underestimate the value of proper illumination. Next, secure your vehicle by putting the car in park if it's an automatic, or in first gear if it's a manual transmission. Always engage the handbrake firmly. This step prevents the car from rolling unexpectedly while you're working, which is especially important when you're about to lift one end off the ground. For extra safety, chalk the wheels that will remain on the ground, opposite to where you'll be working. Wheel chocks are simple but effective tools that block the wheels and prevent any unwanted movement. Use proper rubber or metal chocks if you have them, or sturdy wooden blocks as an alternative. Make sure they're positioned snugly against the tires and can't slip out of place. Never use rocks or bricks, as they can crumble or shift under pressure. Before lifting the car, loosen the wheel nuts slightly, while the car is still firmly on the ground. A quarter turn is enough. Don't remove them completely yet. This step is much easier and safer when the wheel can't spin freely. Loosening the nuts now will make removing the wheel much easier once the car is lifted, and it reduces the risk of the car shifting while you're applying force. Always consult your owner's manual to locate the correct jacking points for your specific vehicle. These reinforced spots are designed to safely support the car's weight. Using the wrong spot can damage your car or even cause it to slip off the jack. With everything in place, use a hydraulic floor jack to lift the car until the wheel is just off the ground. Then, carefully slide an axle stand under a strong, designated point of the frame. Never rush this step. Make sure the stand is positioned correctly and locked in place. Lower the car gently onto the axle stand. Remember, never work under a car that's supported only by a jack. Jacks can fail without warning, but axle stands are designed to hold the weight safely for extended periods. Think of it this way: the jack is for lifting, but the stand is for holding. Always use both together for maximum safety. Before you move on, give the car a gentle shake to double-check that it's stable and the stands are secure. This final check can prevent accidents and give you peace of mind. Now that your workspace is safe and your car is secure, you're ready to remove the wheel and get started on your project. With the car secure, finish unscrewing the wheel nuts and remove the wheel. Place the wheel flat under the car for extra safety. Now you'll see the brake assembly, the rotor, and the caliper. The caliper holds your brake pads and needs to come off. Locate the 2 caliper bolts at the back. These are what you'll remove. Use your socket set to loosen and remove them. Keep the bolts safe, don't lose them. Never let the caliper hang by its hose. Use a bungee cord or wire to support it from the suspension. This prevents hose damage and keeps things safe. With the caliper out of the way, you can access the old brake pads. Take a moment to see how everything fits together. Ready to remove the old pads? With the caliper suspended, you'll see the old brake pads in the bracket. There's one on each side, usually held by metal clips. Snap a quick photo for reference. It helps during reassembly. Slide the old pads out. Use a flathead screwdriver if they're stuck, but be gentle. Inspect the pads. Notice the wear and the metal tab, the wear indicator. Remove the old metal clips from the bracket. New ones usually come with your pads. Use your screwdriver to pop them out. Clean the bracket with a wire brush to remove dust and grime. Spray with brake cleaner for a spotless surface. Cleanliness here prevents future squeaks and ensures smooth operation. Let everything dry before moving on. Now, let's install the new pads. Snap the new metal clips into the bracket. Use your photo for reference. Apply a thin layer of brake grease to the clips and the back of the pads, never on the friction surface. Slide the new pads into place. They should fit snugly and move slightly. Make sure the pad with the wear indicator matches the old setup. Before reinstalling the caliper, compress the piston. Use a C-clamp and an old pad to slowly push the piston back into the caliper housing. This makes room for the thicker new pads. Go slow and steady. Don't force it. Once the piston is flush, you're ready to reassemble. Double-check everything is clean and correctly positioned. This step is key for smooth, quiet brakes. Let's put it all back together. Almost done. Now that your new brake pads are in place, it's time to carefully guide the caliper back over them and onto the bracket. Take your time here. Make sure the caliper slides smoothly into position without forcing it. This step is crucial for ensuring everything lines up correctly and that your brakes will function as intended. If you find the caliper doesn't fit over the new pads, don't worry. This is a common issue, especially if the piston hasn't been fully compressed. Double-check that the piston is pushed all the way back into the caliper housing. Sometimes, a little extra pressure with a C-clamp or brake tool is needed to get it flush. Once the caliper is in place, reinsert the caliper bolts. Always start threading them by hand to avoid cross-threading, which can damage the threads and make future maintenance difficult. Hand tightening first ensures the bolts are properly aligned before you use any tools. After the bolts are started by hand, use your ratchet or torque wrench to tighten them down. It's important to tighten them firmly, but not excessively. If you have a torque wrench, refer to your vehicle's manual for the exact torque specification. This helps prevent over-tightening, which could strip the threads or damage the caliper. Next, put the wheel back onto the hub. Line up the holes carefully and start threading the lug nuts by hand. This step is essential for ensuring the wheel sits flush against the hub and that the lug nuts go on straight. When tightening the lug nuts, use a star or crisscross pattern. This helps the wheel seat evenly and prevents warping the brake rotor. Tighten each nut a little at a time, moving in the star pattern until all are snug. Before moving on, remove any bungee cords or hangers you used to support the caliper. Take a moment to check the entire brake area for any forgotten tools, loose parts, or packaging materials. A clean workspace helps prevent issues down the road. Now, jack the car up just enough to remove the axle stand, then carefully lower the car back to the ground. Make sure the jack is stable and that you lower the car slowly to avoid any sudden shifts. With the car safely on the ground, go back and fully tighten the lug nuts in the same star pattern. If you have a torque wrench, use it to tighten the nuts to the manufacturer's recommended specification for added safety. Don't forget, you'll need to repeat this entire process on the other side of the vehicle. Consistency is key. Take your time and follow the same careful steps for both sides. The more you do this, the more confident and efficient you'll become. Repetition not only builds skill, but also helps you spot potential issues before they become problems. Once both sides are complete, give everything a thorough final visual inspection. Look for any loose bolts, misplaced clips, or anything that seems out of place. A careful check now can save you from headaches later. With your brakes reassembled and checked, you're ready for the last step, bedding in your new brake pads. This process ensures optimal performance and longevity for your new brakes, setting you up for safe and confident driving ahead. Before driving, pump the brake pedal several times with the engine off until it feels firm. This seats the pads against the rotors, don't skip it. For bedding in, find a quiet road or empty lot. Accelerate to 30-35 miles per hour, then brake firmly down to about 10 mph. Don't stop completely. Repeat this 6-8 times to heat up the brakes and transfer pad material to the rotors. You might smell the pads. That's normal. Afterward, drive around to let the brakes cool without holding the pedal down. Don't stop and hold the brakes while they're hot. It can cause uneven wear. Once cooled, your brakes are ready for normal use. This step ensures smooth, quiet, and effective braking. You've done it, safe and sound. Let's wrap up. Let's wrap. Take a moment to appreciate your work. You just replaced your own brake pads. You saved money, learned a valuable skill, and gained real confidence. Every time you hit the brakes, you'll know you did this yourself. This is just the start. Try an oil change or air filter next. DIY car care is empowering and practical. Always prioritize safety and double-check your work. If you found this guide helpful, share it and subscribe for more DIY tips. Leave a comment with your results or questions. I love hearing from you. Keep learning, keep building your skills. Until next time, happy DIYing.